Like I said, y'all know we back with another one. You know we back with another one. Of course, BigLarryMotions, duh. You know what I'm saying? BigLarryMotions live. We always live. In action. In flesh. You know what I'm saying? But hit the red button. You know what I'm saying? We here. We here. Hit the red button. Hit the like button, guys. Stupid ass. What's wrong with you? Hey, no, we got the court cam. Cops in trouble, top 5 moments. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we finna hop straight into it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna talk too much. Oh, wait. My bad, y'all. How the hell we gonna get into it if a motherfucker can't see shit? How the hell we gonna get into it?
The drugs were there. I did not put the narcotics there.
First up, we head to Jackson County, Florida, for the trial of Zachary Wester.
No, he didn't just lie like that.
The former sheriff's deputy was charged with 67 counts of racketeering, fabricating evidence.
Damn. Whoa. 67? That's how many they counted. That's how many they got. That's how many they had real proof of. Damn. What?
Evidence, false imprisonment,
fabricating
and
evidence,
possession of controlled
false
substances.
Imprisonment. Oh, man.
Wester's accused of planting drugs in a dozen vehicles during random traffic stops.
I seen this, I think. I think that old... I think y'all gonna see.
All of the drivers denied owning the drugs, but yet most were subsequently arrested. The arrest caused suspicion internally, and in 2018, Wester was suspended. 3 years later, the case went to trial. He pleaded not guilty to all charges.
This is a case about an abuse of an incredible power, about the abuse of the incredible trust that we all put, and we have to put, in law enforcement, in a society.
The prosecution relied on the defendant's own body cam footage to help argue their case.
He did that and said, like, keep talking. It's coming to you, buddy.
Stephen Van, a convicted felon, had recently gotten out of jail when Wester supposedly found methamphetamine in his car.
Gonna get what's coming to you, buddy.
What is that? I'm just trying to figure out how that stuff got in your car. You're gonna go to jail today for possession of methamphetamine, okay? Oh man, dude, I'm serious, dude. Anything, what you want me to do, man?
Bro. You gotta be fucked up to look this dude in the face. He even look him in the face. That's why he started to turn and walk up. That's crazy. You fucked up. Like, that's fucked up. And that shit come.
Like the other drivers who testified, Van gave the officer permission to search his car because he claims he had nothing to hide.
And I knew my truck was clean. I knew it was.
While the jury got to watch most of the traffic stops, some recordings had mysteriously disappeared.
Why in the world would that have been deleted?
What?
I wish I knew that answer.
Ironically, body cam footage would become the strongest element in the prosecution's case.
Wow, right.
Especially when it came to Teresa Odom.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
I knew it was I didn't know if it was the auntie, but I knew she was at a little, you know what I'm saying, up there. She got on him.
At first, the officer's polite, even playful.
Anything in the vehicle I need to be concerned about? Bombs, hand grenades, rocket launchers? Okay.
While Odom stands behind the vehicle, Wester begins his search. Notice as he prepares to put his gloves on, there's a small item in his left hand.
Yeah, he just put it down.
Prosecutors argue that Wester is palming a small bag of meth, which he claims to find next to a spoon in the vehicle.
Nah, we see it.
Miss Odom.
It is yogurt, sir.
I know. Okay.
It's yogurt.
How about this, though?
That is not mine. No, sir.
Okay.
Now, the white small plastic baggie that was in that spoon that the
Boy, you in trouble. I can't. She finna get on your ass, boy. I can't wait to see this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
deputy just showed you on this video. Had you ever seen that before?
No, sir.
Was that in your car?
No, sir.
As far as motive, the prosecution claims the 28-year-old officer was ambitious and wanted to move to narcotics as quickly as possible. Wester testified he never planted any drugs.
The drugs were there. I did not put the narcotics there.
Oh my God. What is wrong with him? Oh man. He looking y'all in the face and nah, this guy. Hey, get a load of this guy. Fucking wise guy.
And after 5 days and several witnesses, the jury was asked to render a verdict. If Wester's found guilty on all charges, he could spend the rest of his life behind bars. After 7 hours, the jury returns with its verdict.
In the state of Florida versus Zachary Tyler Wester, we, the jury, find as follows as to the counts charged in the information. Count 1, guilty of racketeering as charged.
The clerk went on to read the verdicts on all 67 charges.
Count 7, guilty of official misconduct as charged.
Add them numbers.
In total, the crooked officer was found guilty on 19 charges.
He add numbers.
Count 9, guilty of official misconduct as charged.
He add numbers.
Count 10, guilty of official misconduct as charged.
Guilty.
Including misconduct in the arrests of Van and Teresa Odom.
Guilty.
11 of the 12 drivers filed civil lawsuits.
Guilty.
Against Wester.
Boy.
In July 2021, he was
hurt.
sentenced to 12.5 years in a state prison.
That's it? So 6 with good behavior? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What is that? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's that shit.
Next, we go to a hearing in
That's
Breckenridge
crazy.
County, Kentucky, where the
Excuse my
defendant is
language.
not typically
Man,
the one
that's
standing
crazy,
before the
boy.
judge.
They be tripping on.
The accused is Todd Pate, the former sheriff of Breckenridge County. He's charged with assault, operating under the influence, his second offense, criminal mischief, and leaving the scene of an accident.
Damn.
Today, the 51-year-old's in court to change his plea from not guilty to guilty, a decision he's already agreed to in writing. This will allow him to serve just 75 days in jail versus a possible sentence of up to 15 years if he went to trial and was found guilty of all charges. To make it official, all he has to do is say the words to Judge Janet Crocker.
And do 75 days in jail? Hey, now. What the fuck did you say? Like, and that's a dumbass gotta be like, oh shit. I'm tripping. A dumbass gotta be something to just choose not to have them 75
At this time,
days. Like,
is it your desire to
I don't understand.
change your plea
What?
From not guilty to guilty?
Do I have to answer that yes or no, or can I make somewhat of a statement? That's
That is a yes or no answer, sir.
Will I have the opportunity to say anything further?
If it is your intention to change your plea from not guilty to guilty, certainly you'll have an opportunity to make any statement. But if it is not your intent to enter a guilty plea at this time, then I'm going to set your case for jury trial, and you're going to stop wasting my time and everybody else's time this afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to waste your time.
And then is it your intention to enter a guilty plea at this time or not, sir?
No. Why am I wasting your time,
Mr. Chambers?
The judge ignores the question and checks in with the prosecution.
Why?
Damn. Boy, motherfuckers' pride be getting in the way. Woo!
Am not wasting your time.
Mr. Chambers, what is the Commonwealth's position at this time, sir?
Oh, man.
Your Honor, we would move to revoke the defendant's bond at this time.
The judge orders a brief recess, perhaps hoping Pate's attorney can remind him he's already agreed to plead guilty. Back in court, the judge tries again.
Let's get back on the
And she
record and see
tried
if we
again.
can sort this out. At
She
this
gave him a little
point in time,
recess.
what is Mr. Pate's decision with respect to his guilty pleas?
So I believe I'll just let him answer that question if it pleases the court.
All right. So,
So
Mr. Pate,
they had time to think about this, talk about it, and he was like, all right, I can't say nothing no further. You feel me?
Can I say a few things, or?
I need to understand what it is that we're
I would
doing
just
here
like
today,
to
Mr.
report-
Pate.
Yes, I had every intention of coming in here today and entering a guilty plea. It's difficult for me to enter a guilty plea for a lot of reasons, and I don't want this court to think that I am trying to minimize any responsibility that I had in this situation that occurred.
The problem is Pate doesn't agree with the assault charge and believes the prosecutor only added it because of Pate's position as sheriff and because Pate rejected an earlier plea deal.
I feel like I'm being very much bullied into doing something that's not right. And I want this court to know that Todd Pate holds himself responsible for everything that he did. It's hard for me to lay down and plead to felony charges that don't apply.
By this point, the judge has heard enough.
Oh yeah, buddy boy, you're going against the book, huh? Yeah, she finna get on your ass too. Whoo.
Is it your intention today to enter this guilty plea?
And if I could address...
This is either a yes or no. Are you going to enter your plea or not?
I guess everybody thinks it's funny. Let me just plea and get it over with for everybody. Plea to something that I absolutely do not feel good about, but I don't want you to try to send me to the penitentiary for years and years. If you can sleep with it, I can sleep with it.
Pate's attorney looks frustrated, while the judge is fed up with Pate's flip-flopping.
I think we're done. At this point in time, I think we're done. Where I think we are today is that on the one hand, the Commonwealth can enforce the terms of this agreement based on the execution. Mr. Pate, I'm talking at this point in time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At this point in time, I'm going to sustain the
boy
Commonwealth's
ain't that
motion
stressing.
to revoke his bond. He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckinridge County Jail.
Your Honor, if I may speak to Mr. Chambers' motion to revoke the bond.
I've already ruled. I've already ruled at this point in time. We're done at this point in time. He's going into jail today.
Pate eventually pled guilty and accepted the terms of his sentence.
What the fuck? How do they be sliding with this? How do they be? How? He made his mind up. Shit, he went and thought about it and some more shit. Like, come on now.
75
I ain't
days in
gonna lie.
county jail with credit for time served.
Huh?
Next, we're in San Luis Obispo, California, where even though court is in recess, things are heating up between opposing counsel. On one side is Timothy McGill, whose client, a state hospital employee, is suing for wrongful termination. And on the other end of the table is the state's second highest ranking legal officer, Deputy Attorney General Jenny Mariah Kelly. Moments earlier, during cross-examination of a state witness, McGill asked the witness if she had met Kelly earlier in the day, prior to testimony. This particular question, an effort to potentially cast doubt on the witness's credibility, angers Kelly. And now she's letting everyone know.
Yeah, about finger points.
Gesturing wildly and reportedly raising her voice, bailiff Tyler Brooks approaches Kelly and tells her to stop shouting and then asks her to leave the courtroom. But based on Kelly's body language,
She
it
ain't
appears
going nowhere.
she's not interested in going anywhere. And now here's something you don't see every day. A state's deputy attorney general about to be escorted out of court. If only it ended there. According to the sheriff's report, after Kelly refuses to lower her voice or leave the courtroom, the bailiff then grabs her hands to escort her out. But when she pulls away, the bailiff wrestles her to the floor. As Kelly's co-counsel looks on in disbelief, other deputies arrive and help handcuff Kelly as she continues to resist. Once on her feet, a few more words are exchanged before she's finally escorted out of the courtroom. The California Deputy Attorney General was charged with resisting a peace officer, but later pled no contest to the lesser charge of disturbing the peace. She was also ordered to pay a $1,000 fine and complete anger management classes.
What the fuck? Oh man, they trying to get that money.
Next, we go to the Pike County Courthouse in Waverly, Ohio, the sentencing of Charlie Reeder. The former Pike County Sheriff pleaded guilty to 2 counts of theft in office and tampering with evidence. The veteran lawman allegedly stole roughly $5,000, which had been confiscated in other cases. He appears before Judge Patricia Cosgrove.
So this time we'll proceed with sentencing.
For his crimes, Reeder's looking at a maximum sentence of 8 years in prison. The emotional defendant pleads with the judge for the minimum sentence: community service.
She gonna give it to him.
I stand here before you today to take accountability for my actions. As a sheriff of Ohio, I shed, excuse me, I shed bad light on the office of sheriff. For this, I am terribly sorry.
She's trying to see.
If I could go back and change it, I would 1,000,000 times.
There's another box of Kleenex.
Oh yeah, she gonna give it to him. She gonna give it to him.
For this is not who I am. I have and I now pray that the court will find mercy on me. And I beg the court, if they see fit, to grant me community control. I am a good person who made bad decisions and choices.
After expressing remorse for his crimes, Reeder begs the judge to consider the impact a prison sentence would have on his family.
I'm asking all this so that I have the opportunity to watch my son graduate from high school. My daughter, who's getting married in October.
October. He said October. Hey, I'm sorry. I couldn't get past it.
So that I can be there for her and my wife, so that I can be a husband that I haven't been in 25 years due to my career. Your Honor, please do not send me to prison.
That 5 racks wouldn't have got you there.
I have roamed, but I'm not ruined. I still have a lot of good left in me.
It only gets you so far.
And thank you for your time.
When he's finished, the judge has one thing to ask the defendant.
The big question I have, and is on everyone's mind, I'm assuming, is, I guess, why did you take the money?
I took the money.
He wasn't. Hey, look. He thought he was just gonna read that and slide off. No, my boy. No, player. He wasn't ready for that question. He wasn't ready. That threw him all off the game. Now he got to think of something. I want to hear this answer.
And mind you, this does not excuse it, but from drug dealers that took it from parents of very poor people in this county.
According to Reeder, he spent much of that money to support charities in the community. But there's also evidence he built up a sizable gambling debt. And the judge is not feeling sympathetic.
You've been in law enforcement for 24 years.
Never mind.
We all choose our profession, and we have to conduct ourselves with integrity so that everyone trusts us. It cannot be underestimated
No,
the
my
damage
boy.
that you have caused to the citizens of Pike County, to law enforcement who every day get up, face the same sort of stresses that you do. They go all home at night, they get up in the morning. The sacrifices that these men and women make, I think you've made a mockery of it.
Reader is sentenced to a total of 6.5 years. But because some of those
That's
counts
what
will
I'm
run
saying.
concurrently, meaning at the
3.
same time,
They always
Reader
cut it
will
in
only
half.
actually have to serve 3 years in prison. He's also barred from holding public office in Ohio and can no longer serve as a peace officer.
Man.
Now to the Seminole County Circuit Court in Sanford, Florida. It's 6:30 p.m. and a long one-day trial has come to an end.
He gonna have to get pulled over. He gonna see how I feel to be black. I gonna remember his ass, boy.
That defendant is 46-year-old Lisette Gonzalez. Although a verdict for Gonzalez's DUI charge has already been reached, her attorney makes a final plea to Judge Fred Schott.
Your Honor, not enough evidence presented for the jury to find the verdict that they did. They didn't do all the field sobriety examinations that should have been done.
During the trial, it was revealed that Gonzalez was never given a breathalyzer or had her blood drawn. Yet arresting officer Michael Wagner recorded that she tested above the legal limit of .08 in his official report.
Oh!
Wagner claimed it was
That
an
shit gets
honest
robbed.
mistake, but observed what he believed to be intoxication.
I respectfully ask this court grant the judgment notwithstanding the verdict.
The attorney is asking the judge to use his power to overturn the jury's verdict and acquit the defendant.
Ooh.
It's a move rarely seen in the courtroom.
She finna get some money.
This isn't a purely circumstantial case. And so I'm going to deny the motion for JOA.
It looks like the case is closed, but Judge Schott has other business with Gonzalez.
Now, we have this other case for driving while license suspended.
2 months after her DUI arrest, Gonzalez was ticketed for driving with a suspended license. Problem is, the only reason her license was suspended was because of the inaccurate paperwork filed by Officer Wagner.
Oh, she
I want to be enlightened.
It was a mistake, admittedly, by Michael Wagner.
I know.
He testified to that today.
He caused her to have her driver's license suspended for at least a few months for nothing. So are you going to null process that case? Or am I going to get mad at you today?
The judge is addressing prosecutor Diana Mears.
Perhaps you can get mad at me, Your Honor, but at this point...
Why wouldn't you? Wait a minute. Did you hear the uncontroverted testimony of this officer?
Your Honor.
Then I want you taking him up on perjury.
Your Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely not,
citation.
Your Honor, and that is not true.
I'm dismissing.
Ain't no way.
I'm dismissing.
Ain't no way you can fight that case, baby. Ain't no way you can fight that case, shorty. Let it go. Let it go. Hey, it's done. You can't fight that. She over there stressing. Nah, you lost that. As soon as you stepped in between them little swinging doors.
I am dismissing
That door.
charge. No, I'm dismissing the charge.
The judge has just dismissed the defendant's upcoming case, but he's not done yet.
This whole case was fishy, and I have no idea how they. You know what?
Their address on file.
You know what?
The state intends to amend
I'm
the
granting.
charge and proceed on
I'm rescinding the sentence. I'm granting the JOA.
Judge Schott has just reversed his decision and acquitted the defendant on the spot.
So you're granting it because you don't agree with the state's decision on
I'm
the
granting
other
the JOA in fairness.
In fairness, because you don't like the state's decision today, Your Honor, on the case?
No, you're not. Now that I consider what Officer Wagner testified to and how many times he basically tripped over himself just to arrest this lady with no real probable cause.
At all.
Motion, the JOA is granted.
And you're not going to provide a written order on that?
Nope. You want to appeal me? No.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The case should have never been done. Never.
Thank you for letting us know that, Your Honor.
The defendant, Lisette Gonzalez, walks out of the courtroom, free of all charges. Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe.
That's crazy, boy. I would have should have took it the distance, boy. And that was the right judge to take it the distance with him to start it off. That was the right judge to kick start that motherfucker off with, boy. Hey. Hey, Big Larry Motions, bro. Look, tune in. Hit that red button, bro. If y'all didn't, y'all already here. Hit the like button as well. I appreciate y'all. I fuck with y'all a long way. I really do. I really, 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 really do. Really, 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 really. Look at this, dog. Look, though. Hit that red button, though. I fuck with y'all. Stay tuned. So I'm dropping more. Cause y'all gonna let me know what to do in the comment section, right? Alright, I appreciate it. I'm gonna fuck with y'all later, though. You know what I'm saying?